Imagine standing in a place so hot, your shoes begin to soften against the ground. A place where the air itself feels heavy, and breathing becomes a conscious effort. The surface temperature can reach nearly 90 degrees Celsius, hot enough to cook an egg on the ground. And yet, people still come here. Some even choose to live here. This is Death Valley, the hottest place on Earth, and surviving here is never guaranteed. Death Valley is located in eastern California, near the Nevada border. It stretches across more than 3,000 square miles of desert basin, salt flats, sand dunes, and jagged mountains. It is part of the Mojave Desert, but it feels like another planet. At Badwater Basin, the land sits 86 meters below sea level, the lowest point in North America. Heat sinks here, and it stays. In 1913, a temperature of 56.7 degrees Celsius was recorded at Furnace Creek. More than a century later, it remains one of the highest air temperatures ever recorded on Earth. But temperature alone does not explain its brutality. In 1849, during the California Gold Rush, a group of pioneers attempted to cross this valley. They became lost. Supplies ran low. Water disappeared. For weeks, they struggled to survive in the unforgiving heat. Miraculously, most of them escaped. But as they climbed out of the valley, one of them reportedly turned back and said, "Goodbye, Death Valley." The name stayed, a reminder of how close they had come to dying here. Death Valley is surrounded by high mountain ranges. When the sun heats the valley floor, the hot air rises, but the mountains trap it inside. The air sinks back down, reheats, and rises again, like an oven that never turns off. There is almost no humidity, very few clouds, and almost no shade. The desert floor absorbs sunlight all day long, and at night, it releases that heat slowly. Even after sunset, temperatures can remain above 38 degrees Celsius. The heat does not disappear, it lingers, waiting for the next sunrise. In a remote part of Death Valley lies a dry lake bed known as Racetrack Playa. Here, massive rocks appear to move on their own. Long trails stretch behind them, as if something invisible pushed them across the desert floor. For decades, scientists were puzzled. Eventually, they discovered that under rare conditions, thin ice, strong winds, and shallow water, the rocks slowly slide across the surface. Even here, nature finds strange ways to move. The human body begins to struggle when internal temperature rises above 40 degrees Celsius. In Death Valley, dehydration can begin in less than an hour. Without water, the body cannot sweat properly. Without sweat, it cannot cool itself. Heat exhaustion can turn into heat stroke, and heat stroke can become fatal within minutes. Every year, tourists underestimate this place. They attempt short hikes. They leave their cars without enough water. They assume it will be quick, but even a short distance can feel endless under the desert sun. And in a landscape this vast, help can be very far away. Despite the extreme heat, life still exists here. Desert foxes roam at night. Lizards move quickly across scorching sand. Rare plants bloom briefly after rainfall. These creatures survive by adapting. They avoid the sun. They conserve water. They wait patiently for cooler hours. In Death Valley, survival belongs to those who understand the environment. Death Valley is one of the driest places in North America, and yet, it can flood. When rare storms hit the surrounding mountains, water rushes down into the basin. Dry ground cannot absorb it quickly. Within minutes, calm desert landscapes can transform into raging rivers. It is a reminder that danger here does not only come from heat, it comes from extremes. There have been documented cases of hikers collapsing from heat stroke, vehicles breaking down in remote areas, travelers losing direction in the blinding sunlight. Even experienced adventurers have made fatal mistakes. The desert does not look aggressive. There are no roaring storms, no predators chasing you, just silence and heat. But that silence can be deceptive, because the danger in Death Valley is invisible. It builds slowly, quietly, until the body can no longer cope. Despite everything, millions visit each year, because Death Valley is also breathtakingly beautiful. Salt flats stretch endlessly into the horizon. Sand dunes glow gold at sunset. Mountains shimmer in shade